Kaddo was a farmer who lived in a small village. He was a hard worker and he had a talent for growing crops. Year after year his harvests were bountiful. Kaddo had more corn than he could ever eat. His granaries overflowed and still he had corn to spare. He was the wealthiest man in the village, but his wealth came with a peculiar problem. Kaddo was a generous man, but even his generosity had limits. He couldn't possibly give away all the corn he grew. He thought long and hard about what to do with his surplus. One day, he decided to call a village meeting. He wanted to hear what his neighbors thought he should do. The villagers gathered in the shade of a baobab tree. Kaddo stood before them, his brow creased with concern. "My friends," he began, "I have a problem." The villagers leaned forward, eager to hear what Kaddo had to say. "My harvest this year has been abundant. I have more corn than I know what to do with." Some villagers suggested selling the surplus corn to neighboring villages. Others proposed storing it safely for leaner years. A few even suggested brewing a giant batch of corn beer for a village-wide celebration. Kaddo listened patiently to each suggestion, stroking his chin thoughtfully. However, none of the ideas sat well with him. He wanted something more, something grander, something that would make him the envy of everyone. Kaddo dismissed the villagers' suggestions with a wave of his hand. He had a different plan, a plan as bold as it was foolish. He would build a wall, a magnificent wall made entirely of corn flour. This wall, he declared, would be a testament to his wealth and a landmark for generations to come. The villagers were stunned. They tried to reason with Kaddo, explaining that flour was for eating, not building. They warned him that the wall wouldn't last, that it would attract pests and crumble under the rain. But Kaddo refused to listen. Blinded by pride and the desire for something extraordinary, he ignored their pleas. He ordered them to start grinding his corn into flour, preparing for his grand project. Soon, the construction of the flour wall began. Day and night the villagers toiled, mixing flour and water, shaping it into bricks, and stacking them high. The wall grew taller and taller, casting a long shadow over the village. Their warnings, however, proved tragically accurate. Insects, attracted by the sweet smell of flour, descended upon the wall in droves. Within days, the once imposing structure was riddled with holes, crumbling under the onslaught. The rains came, turning the flour wall into a sticky, gooey mess. Kaddo's grand monument had become a soggy ruin, a monument to his folly. Kaddo's story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that true wealth lies not in ostentatious displays but in wisdom, generosity, and community. It teaches us that ignoring the needs of others and pursuing vanity projects can lead to ruin. Most importantly, it reminds us that even the most abundant resources can be wasted if not used wisely and compassionately.